Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brickformula review of LEGO set 5770 Lighthouse Island. It has 518 pieces and is for ages 8 to 12. Man, it sure is good to be young. It's from the Creator series, and here you see the picture of the lighthouse, which is a really cool building. Alright, I had a lot of fun building it, and I'll talk about that later on. Okay, it also fits in nicely with the Harbor series, which is why I bought it. On the side here, you'll see the parts, just like we do with every other Creator set. I will still have pictures of the parts towards the end of the video, so if you want to see a close-up shot, you can skip to that. On the back side, we see the alternate builds, which is a boathouse and a seafood restaurant. And the way they categorize it in the instruction book, if you take a look, the advanced build is the lighthouse, the experience build is the boathouse, and the quick build is the seafood restaurant. And I will talk about them in that order in more detail coming up. Alright, this set does come with a minifigure, just one. That's right, just one minifigure. Okay, but I like him. He builds really fast, and you'll see that later on, and I mean fast. Alright, he's pretty cool looking. He's wearing a raincoat. There's a hood on the back. Okay, he's wearing jeans. And he's pretty happy for a guy who's lonely. Okay. Oh, by the way, did I mention he builds really fast? Alright, here we have the lighthouse, and I must say I'm really pleased with the way they designed it. Okay, here's what it looks like going up and down. And on this side, we have a dock. There's a donut over there. I'm on the flowers, a grill, and this door opens like that. Okay, it's pretty neat. Now we take a look at it from this side. Okay, I'm going to talk about that tower later on. Here's another seagull who's going bite, bite, because his friend won't share any of the fish with him. Okay, and on this side, you'll see that there's a mechanism, and the way that works is like this. If you turn it, it'll turn that thing up there, which I'll show you later on what that's for. Okay, it's supposed to be a mirror, but I didn't put the stickers on it. Okay, on this side, you'll see that there's a knob, and when you pull it open, you have access to the inside. And first I'm going to talk about the staircase here. Alright, I think it's just there for details, because if you try climbing up, you're going to get stuck there for a very long time. And as far as I know, people seldomly come here. Okay, there's also a stove, so you have the choice of eating outdoors or indoors. I personally would eat indoors, simply because if the seagulls are watching you eat, and if you don't share with them, they'll probably bomb some extra tartar sauce to go with your fish. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so now let's talk about the tower. Alright, before I turn out the lights to show you what it looks like in the dark, I just want to show you the mechanism real quick. Okay, there are supposed to be some stickers that go over here, which look like this. Alright, it's only 2 reflective stickers, and the reason I didn't put them on is because those parts will be reused in the other models, and you don't really have a spare, and that sticker will just make things look weird. Okay, so let's turn off the lights now. Alright, the lights are out now. And here's how the light brick works. You simply press down on the roof, and there it is. Okay? And you have to hold it down to keep it lit. Okay? And if you look inside, there's the mechanism. It goes in circles, and that's how the lighthouse spins its light. Okay? And with the stickers, when you get it up to this point, it'll temporarily blind you for a little bit. Kind of like staring at the sun. So, no point in doing that to myself. And being that the light brick is not so bright anyway, I think it's better off we just leave it that way. Okay? So let's take a look at the next build. Here we have the boathouse, which is the experienced build. Okay, the first thing you make is the boat here. Let's take a look at that. Alright, I have to say the detail on this is really nice considering the size of the ship. Alright, especially like this detail here. It looks like a speedometer or some other meters there. Okay, here's what it looks like from the top. Here's the side. Gotta love the handrail there. Here's the bottom, the back, and the front. Okay, so let's take a look at the boathouse. Alright, at first glance the boathouse does not look like much, and I hate to say it, it's actually pretty small. Here's what it looks like from the front, and here's the side where there's a doorway, and there's also a mechanism here that when you turn it, it'll push the boat out, giving the guy a small thrill, which it turns out was too much for him. We'll worry about him later. Okay, let's take a look at how that operates. You turn this and you see that stick? That's what pushes the boat out. My only real disappointment with this build is that none of the panels open up. So I was kind of hoping to play on the inside, but I guess it's okay. I like to build my ships outside anyway. Over here there's a green button, and when you press it, it lights up the brick light right on top of the door, which, to tell you the truth, I don't even do that in real life, so I can't imagine myself playing with that very often. Otherwise, this boathouse is a really simple build, even though it's considered an experienced build. So let's take a look at the next model. Alright, we finally have the quick build, which is a seafood restaurant, and this is the boat that you built for it. So we'll take a look at this first. Here's what it looks like from the side, the bottom, there's the top, there's the front. It's a very straightforward build. Okay, it's the smallest ship that you make in this set. There's the back, and there's barely enough space for the figure, no steering wheel, and there you go, that's it. Alright, let's take a look at the restaurant. Here we have the seafood restaurant. Okay, it's the quickest build because it uses about 60 to 70% of the pieces. Okay, looking at it from this side, we have a menu here, another bird, a row of flowers. Alright, on the back side here we have a panel that opens up and you can play inside. And if you look in there, there's a stove right on top of the light brick. And when you press it, it'll cook the fish. Pretty neat, right? It's funny that it's called a seafood restaurant because all they really have on the menu is just fish. Which is okay, you can do a lot with fish. You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, saute it, fry it, deep fry, stir fry, pan fry. You can have fish sandwiches, fish burgers, fish and chips, fish and potatoes. You get the idea. Okay, on this side we have the dock, and there's a neat staircase over here. Over here people can sit outside to eat. Alright, my favorite part actually is the sign. Let's take a closer look. Although that was pretty clever and cute at the same time. Alright, so overall, this set is pretty cool. Okay, as far as parts go, they're okay. There's nothing really unique. It'll probably just add to your collection if you have one. Alright, otherwise, it's a pretty neat set. And that sums up my review. I hope you enjoyed the show. See you guys next time. Thank you for watching.